Okay, so for this first page, 1 through 10, we're looking for reflexive sides, we're looking for alternate interior sides, and we're looking for vertical angles. So reflexive means they share a side. So if I look at number 1, for instance, and I look at the left triangle versus the right triangle, I see that they share this side RY. Now, obviously, that side has to be the same for both triangles, so that is considered reflexive. So I'm going to mark that side congruent, and I'm going to say RY is congruent to RY by reflexive. All right, to get alternate interior angles, you would have to have parallel lines, so that is not in that picture. And to have vertical angles, that's going to be like your bow tie angles. So that is obviously not in number 1 either. So that's the only thing I can pick up in number 1. All right, so I look at number 4, for instance. Again, I see this side that's shared, so I'm going to go ahead and mark that side congruent. And there's no parallel lines marked. There's no vertical angles, so that is the only thing I can say. So GJ congruent to GJ by reflexive. All right, now I'm going to look at number 5. So number 5, I noticed the bow tie angles. So I'm going to mark those angles congruent, and we're going to write it out. So we've got angle ABE is congruent to, now notice I went past the 1 mark and then the 2 marks. So I'm going to do the exact same thing, past the 1 mark and then the 2 marks. So DBC, B has to be in the middle. And that is because of vertical angles. So we're going to put vertical angles in this one. All right, and then to get alternate interior angles, we're going to need parallel lines. So let's look at number 9. All right, so in number 9, first thing I notice is AD. So I'm going to mark AD congruent. So AD congruent to AD, and that is reflexive. And then I see these little arrowheads. So the arrowheads are telling you that those lines are parallel. So whenever I have parallel lines, I look for a Z. So I see that there is a Z right here. All right, and what that's telling you is that the angles that make up that Z, so angle BAD, this angle here, angle BAD, and angle CDA, this angle here, are congruent. So I'm going to start at the beginning of the Z. BAD, angle BAD, is congruent to, now start from the other side of the Z, CDA, CDA, and that's because of alternate interior angles. And then I don't see any bow tie angles, so that's the only thing that I can put there. So we've done 4 of the 10. That means you have 6 of those to do for yourself. So you're looking for reflexive, like number 1, where they share a side, like number 4, where they share a side. You're looking for alternate interior angles, which can only happen when you have the arrowheads, like in number 9. And you're looking for vertical angles, the bow tie angles, like in number 5. So all you do on 1 through 10 is look for those 3 things. All right, for the next part, the back side, this one we're going to match up things a little bit better. And I don't know what happened with our marks. Our marks are a little screwy for some reason. But for the first section, basically we're trying to match up pieces. So it says if triangle PMC is congruent to triangle VTK, then PC, and this is supposed to say congruent, PC, first letter, last letter, has to match up to VK. VK. So that's what I do for 11 through 14. Now for 15 through 20, it gives us our congruency statement. Anytime you see the at signs, those are going to be congruent. I don't know why they came out as ats. And the equals mean the number. So for instance, number 15 says angle P, that's this first letter, is congruent to the first letter of the other shape, so angle T. If you see an equal sign, like in 17, it's saying the measure of angle M has to equal what number? So if I look at angle M is my last letter. Angle S is our last letter. So we look at the picture, it says angle S is 48. That means angle M is 48. So anytime you see an equal sign, it means a number. And then for 21 through 24, this is where you're going to have to match things up a little bit more. So let's look at 23. 3. All right, so on this one, if I look for x, x is with angle D. D is the first letter, should match up to angle A. So I'm going to have 5x plus 2 equals 87. Subtract my 2, I get 5x equals 85. Divide by 5, we're going to get 17. Now I need to find y. So y is with angle C. I look back up here at the congruency statement. It says angle C is the last letter. That means it should match up to angle F, but we don't know angle F. But we can find it. We know that this angle here is 87. We know E is 42, and we know that a triangle has to add up to 180 degrees. So when I subtract 42 and 87 from 180, we find out that this angle is 51. That means 3y has to equal 51. Then just divide by 3, and we get that y is also 17 in this case. When you get down to the last one, again, it's giving you your congruency statement. All you do is match up the pieces. For instance, if I want to solve for x, x goes with angle B. Angle B is the first letter. That means it matches to angle R. So we would have 2x plus 9 equals 49. If I wanted to solve for z, for instance, that is a side UT. UT is the last 2 letters. It means it matches up to DE. There's DE. So on that one, we're just going to set it up 3z plus 10 equals z plus 16, and we're going to solve it. We're going to subtract 1z from both sides. We're going to subtract 10 from both sides, and that's going to help us get our answer. So that should explain what you're doing on this page. If you have any other questions, just let me know. All right.